Something very strange happening. We've created a new addiction. It's the addiction to technology. Now, it may not reach the level of a full-blown addiction, but it is certainly an habituation, which means you start reaching for your cell phone even when you don't need to. There's something irresistible about an unopened message. You know, it used to be the mail would come once or twice a day. Now it comes once or twice a second. And we humans, when we know there's a message that we haven't opened, we want to open it. You know, we want to see what's there, even if we know it's stupid or distracting. We want to open it. And so you find people literally compulsively reaching for their email like it was a package of cigarettes. And there's no doubt but that the same addiction circuitry, the dopamine circuitry, is involved here. Well, when the brain is at its best, what I call C state, cool, calm, collected, careful, concentrated, curious, courteous, your frontal lobes are aglow. Your frontal lobes are planning, designing, innovating. Your frontal lobes, the front part of your brain, the newest part of your brain, speaking historically, is running the show. The executive function is humming. As people go faster and faster trying to do more and more, everything they do becomes superficial. They don't go in depth. They can't think deeply. They can't feel deeply. They can't reflect and plan and create. And what the brain is uniquely qualified to do is to create, to innovate, to come up with new ideas and set those in motion. When you're in this frantic, fast-paced, overloaded state, no way you can do that. I consulted with one woman executive in New York City, and she said, after we spoke, she said, I did something very simple, but it changed my life profoundly. I have a word called screen sucking. You sort of glomp onto a screen and you say, I'll just check my email, and you're there for an hour. Well, she said, after we spoke, I took my computer that had been front and center on my desk, and I put it on a table behind me. I didn't have to get up, but I had to swivel to check my email. She said, in the time it would take me to swivel, I could stop myself. I could say, there's no need to check your email now. She said it cut my screen sucking by 50%. And how many of us do that? Just reach compulsively for our email. Whenever we encounter a problem, whenever we're bored, whenever we feel a little bit frustrated, I'll just check my email. Well, by putting it behind her so she had to swivel, it gave her that millisecond of time to inhibit her desire to do it. What's more important, sending and receiving messages or coming up with new ideas? Obviously, it's coming up with new ideas. Obviously, the competitive edge today is not the person who can process the most messages, although we behave as if it were. There's no way you can innovate if you're overloaded. You may feel, living in this world, that you have very little control and that the world is out of control. Well, in some ways it is, but you do have more control than you may realize. Take back that control. To use your brain, your heart, to your advantage, so that every day you do what matters most to you. Don't go to bed any day saying, I didn't get to what mattered. Know what matters most, act on it, prioritize, and then create a set of boundaries and assistance so that every day you will do what matters most to you. If you do, you will not only achieve your goals, you'll feel fulfilled and you will feel inspired, and you will inspire those around you. Modern life, in fact, can be a time of tremendous success as long as you don't let it overrun you.